Lads? Where is everyone? Hello? I guess I'll do it myself. Welcome to Soccer Saturday. This is the first episode of the 2021 season. Joe Smith, what's the score? Oh, yeah, I feel like you're shouting at me a little bit, but it's 0-0 at the moment. He's all over the place there. He's tried to take a dive. He's had a flops clip and a dump. I've said that wrong. I've said it wrong. And if I cut to you now, you're not going to be pulling some funny face, are you? No. What are you like? Goal! Or is it? Oh, sorry. Stop being so unprofessional, you. This is a serious show. Honestly. Isn't it funny when we get stuff wrong? Oh, it's hilarious. Ah! Does that look right to you? Have I been stitched up? Oh, it's hilarious again this week. This week's hilarious. I thought this was meant to be a professional show. You're just in the studio, why am I doing that? Honestly, has anyone ever told you you're so wacky? Well, it's not my pubes, is it? We've normalised the word soccer without anyone noticing. It's him, he's cracking up. It's funny because I'm eating. Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is Late Night Live. How's everyone doing at home? Clicking the pen as fast as you can. I'm good. We're going to be looking tonight at Sandro Tonali, Manchester United targeting Brescia youngster Sandro Tonali for around £30 million. We'll get into the details of that. Is it happening? Is it not happening? I will let you know here. We're going to be looking at the man with quite possibly the world's longest thumbs. That's going to be good. Harry Maguire has released a statement on his social media. We're going to be looking a little bit about that, getting your opinions on the latest social medias from Harry Maguire, because I don't know if you've noticed, but he's had a bit of trouble recently in a sort of Frank Spencer kind of way, and he's got himself nicked up abroad. So we're going to be looking at the latest on that. We're going to be looking a little bit about Marcus Rashford's latest injury woes, how that relates to next season, how that relates to last season. Very good, very good. We're also going to be giving out a public service announcement to you at home, to you online, the online community that we so dearly treasure here at Stretford Paddock. And tonight, in the week that a woman is stunned by a phallic pump hole, and that's all it is, on a dinosaur balloon for her child, I'm asking for your dino football puns. Dinosaur football 11. So I'm talking Dino Dublin. I'm talking John Stone Age. Not technically dinosaurs, but it's old. You know, Tyrannosaurus Rex. See? Football. Isn't it? Let me just turn the volume down very slightly because I'm shouting. So I want your dinosaur football puns, and I'm going to be creating a starting 11, a goalkeeper, a right back, a centre back, a left back, etc. with your dinosaur football puns. So make sure you get those in the comments. Tonight's host, not host, that's me. Tonight's sponsor, of course, cans. Oh, let me know if you're drinking at home, lads. Oh, it always sounds crisp. Never had this before. It's like the sea. Someone said, what's a transfer? I know. What is a transfer? Let's get the definition of a transfer up. Because at this point, United fans are completely devoid of such a word. The dictionary defines transfer as a move from one place to another. Change to another place, route, or means of transport during a journey. An act of something being moved to someone or something to another place, organisation, team, etc. That's our one. That's the one we like. So in case anyone had forgotten, due to the hellish, bleak landscape that is Manchester United's transfer department, that is what transfer means, in case anyone had forgotten. There's some great puns coming in already. We'll get to our main stories after this. Dinosaur, he's going in the right wing. Dinosaur, Mikel Silvestrex. Yeah, pushing it, but I'll take it. Silvestrex. And it's just me in tonight, so I'm writing these down myself. So if it takes a little bit longer, Get over yourself, you know what I mean? Jurassic Sung Park. Jurassic Sung Park. We'll leave that one. Rory Delap, you're in. You're in for that because that's lovely. Right, we'll come back to these in a memento. Keep those coming in. GG Dino Rummer. Very nice. John Pterodactyl. He would go in, but I don't like him. Right, first story then. Manchester United make transfer approach to sign Brescia's new Andreas Pirlo, Sandro Tonali, with Inter Milan also keen. Oh, what does that mean? It means that Inter Milan are probably going to sign him, but we'll read it anyway. Manchester United have reportedly contacted Brescia over a £31 million rated star, Sandro Tonali. The midfielder, 20, that's his age, not his nickname, is regarded as one of the hottest young talents in Europe after his displays last term in Serie A. Now Corriere dello Sport claims these performances have attracted the Red Devils to make a move, and they call them the Red Devils. As we know, we call them the Old Trafford Club. And they state United have already held talks with Brescia regarding a potential deal for Tonali this summer. Add him to the list, boys. Koeman. Gabriel gone to Arsenal. Who else is that guy? The centre-back who plays for that other French team that we've been contacting in recent days. We spoke about it on the podcast yesterday. Add him to the list of, have you got any good players in that? Yeah, we've got we've got a few good players. Can we have them? No. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side have made Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's side have made signing Dortmund Jadon Sancho their top priority. Get that name in there. I almost forgot about that name. Oh God. Jadon Sancho has become one of those cliched ghost films, isn't it? But Jadon Sancho, no one's mentioned that name around here in years. There used to be some kind of Jadon Sancho rumours on this channel, but no one's mentioned that name in a hell of a long time. Stretford Paddock was full-time Devils the last time anyone mentioned Jadon Sancho around these parts. However, he is believed, but the Norwegian midfielder is also keen to strengthen elsewhere in midfield. However, he is believed to be likely to miss out on the services of Tonali. Big cross searing through the pages with disdain. The Italian international is close to finalising a deal with a transfer to Antonio Conte's Inter. What is he? A transfer hoover? Today's report states they've reached an agreement. Forget all this. Tonali's been compared to the Italian midfield legend Andrea Pirlo, but the new Juventus boss believes the youngster could surpass him. Okay, I don't care. His agent is also believed to advising him to stay put in Serie A, which could also deter Manchester United. Now, this is one of those transfers that, like we're seeing here, it looks as though Inter Milan are the favourites for this one because they're favourites for everyone at the moment. They've become like, I don't even know, the Bayern Munich of Italy in terms of transfers, just sweeping up everything. Just loose transfers, just just a sort of stereotypical old lady on a porch as someone drives past in a car, the main character drives past, just sweeping the porch, sweeping up all the transfer crumbs. Brescia got relegated last season, so we'll get him on a cut price deal. Ashley Young inside. It's ridiculous. United are struggling at the moment, and I've just seen a wonderful pun. But United are struggling to get these transfers over the line. We're clearly after a midfielder. Tonali proves that. We're clearly after Jadon Sancho. We're clearly after Kingsley Coman. We're clearly after, who even knows at this point, David Brooks, who to me sounds like a sort of like a cut price crisp. Like, you know, there's like big bag. What you got? Just some David Brooks cheese and onion. Got on. They're all right, but they're not Walkers. There's a great pun there. Who was it? Asteroid Dini. Now that really should be the final piece of this puzzle, and it should sort of wipe out the rest. But in this instance, it hasn't. Again, I want your dinosaur football puns. I am formulating the perfect dinosaur football 11. So far, we've got Mikel Silvestrex, Rory Delap. We've got Dino Sarr at right wing and Asteroid Dini up front. I need some centre backs. I need some centre mids. I need some left wingers. United are struggling at the moment to get these transfers over the line. There's a couple of super chats. Hat-trick, Zane! Hat-trick for Alba tomorrow. Zane is our resident Arsenal fan here on Stretford Paddock, and for those of you who don't know him, he has contributed financially more than anyone to this channel. So in a way, he's my boss, and in another way, he's an Arsenal fan who seemingly is spending his parents' money. Thank you, Zayn, and thank you to your parents. Perish G says, even your gold lucky cat is saying Woodward out. But more than that even. James Wright, welcome to the Academy as well. If anyone wants to join the Academy and become a member, help out the channel, you get extra content, you get loads of good stuff as well. Make sure you click that join button, find out all the stuff that's going on in there. We'll give you extra podcasts. Once the season gets rolling, once we sort of get back together, we will be giving you behind the scenes vlogs. We're going to be giving you all sorts of extra stuff. So if you want to do that, do that. Peter Odem Wingy. Not quite sure where the pun is in that one. Let's move on. Next story then. And this lad, imagine having a thumb war with this lad. Okay. Is it Photoshop? It might be Photoshopped, because surely there's not another picture of it. Oh, he's still there. He's got a very long thumb. Let's chat about that. Man with abnormal thumb confirms it's real, and people are freaking out. Jacob Pena has taken TikTok by storm with his insanely long thumb. We all have our quirky talents or features that make us stand out from one another. Man, is this noise very loud. But one man's abnormal trait has received more attention than most. Typically, 21-year-old Jacob Pena's thumb measures 2 inches in length, but it can extend to a whopping 5.5 inches. Now, trust me, that's bigger than average. Very much a grower in this case. Jacob first discovered that his thumb was unique when he was a teenager. He's 21 now, so what, 18 months ago? That's not the thing to get pissed off about. Then despite how abnormal it is, doctors confirmed that it wasn't linked to any underlying medical condition, except you're weird. Now, he has built up an extensive fan base on TikTok, posting regular videos going about his daily life with his, and I quote, incredibly long digit. Now, whilst a number of people were quick to say it was fake and the videos had been posted had been edited, Jacob set the record straight. Speaking to BuzzFeed, it's high up on the ladder as BuzzFeed. Jacob confirmed that his expendable thumb is real. He goes, I just dislocate my thumb by forcing it out of its socket to make it appear longer. My question is, where does the skin come from? So he's dislocated it, he's pulled it out. I don't feel like there's that much loose skin here. Look at that. Utterly hideous. Look, imagine hitchhiking with him. You get how many offers would you get? Cars 2 streets over, pulling over for you. Oh, we saw the thumb. We just Yeah, sorry, we're hitchhiking here. He's got a thumb like a fucking yardstick. Look at that. E.T. E.T. thumb. Imagine a thumb war. You go to have a thumb war with him and he just presses down on your elbow. Oh, imagine that. That'd go right through me. That made me feel sick. Just a thumb all the way pressing down on your elbow there. You're like, I'm in at the deep end here, thumb war wise. Absolutely fucking insane, that, isn't it? Well done, Jacob. You've brightened my day a little bit, but that's not right legally, I don't think. Someone said, whoa, is that Jesus? Just writing down that. I've not heard that one before. Jesus. Do I look like Jesus? Question mark. I'm going to ask my friends and family that one. Let's find out, because I've never heard it. Moving on then. The latest on Harry Maguire. Our captain, my captain, Captain Phillips. He's done a bad thing, but has he, or hasn't he? Harry Maguire has posted on social media for the first time since his attack, whether it was on him or by him in Greece over the weekend. He has said, thanks for everyone's support over the last week. I'm pleased to have had my say and share the true version of events. Looking forward to getting on with life now and the season ahead with Manchester United and England. Actually, I'm going to read that again, but this time I'm going to read it in the voice of Sky Sports, because I've already had my audition tonight. You've seen that. Thanks for everyone's support over the last week. I'm pleased to have had my say and share the true version of events. Looking forward to getting on with my life now. And fuck it. He's come out. He's done a Prince Andrew interview. Fair play to him. It works for some. It doesn't work for others. Personally, me watching that interview, watching the emotion on him, watching how he's clearly been affected by the incident, whether he's lying or not, I don't know. It looks as though it's been a very emotional time. Speaking specifically about his sister, he choked up and he found it difficult to speak. To me, that looks like someone that isn't lying. Now, I'm no physical behaviour expert, no sort of emotional or, I can't tell verbal tics based on YouTube videos or BBC News footage, but it definitely seems as though there's more to this story than has been sort of prescribed and described by the Greek police. He's also, of course, been given. He was convicted of his bribing a police officer, of disorderly conduct and that kind of thing. He has been given a retrial following an appeal. So technically, I don't know if he's been convicted or whether the retrial period and the appeal period means that conviction is no longer valid currently. I'm not quite sure how that works, but it's very, very disturbing and stressful, and the complete variation and scope of his recalling of events and the Greek police's recalling of events is something the likes of which I've never really seen. You never usually see in any sort of criminal case or anything like that such a wildly different description of the events. It's not like, oh, I was there but I didn't punch the police. It's like, my sister was injected by, who knows, potentially some drug lords. Then we got driven to the police against our will. Then the police started beating us up and didn't tell us who they were until it had already been made clear that they were trying to end my career, to the point where I didn't even believe they were police. Like, that's completely the other end of the spectrum, isn't it? It's a very unusual defence to just entirely rule out and have a different sequence of events to the story that he was convicted for. So, to me, and I say this with the confidence of Gareth Southgate, only a matter of days ago, he sounds innocent enough. And will that bite me in the arse? Who knows? Zane, again, Arsenal fan. Thank you, Zane. Says, Jesus won't save United or Arsenal if City signed Messi 50 goals in his first season. Are you talking about Jesus getting 50 goals in his first season there? Because, I mean, where do you think he played? Probably attacking mid. Sort of links it all together. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Again, we're looking at some dinosaur football puns tonight. I need some centre-backs. I need some centre-mids, lads. Let's get them in. Lionel Mesozoic. Brilliant. He's going in at left wing because the right wing slot's filled. That's very good. That's very good, actually. Very good. Jesse Crapguard, you're not quite getting it. You're not quite getting it. That's a nice one. Let's get him in a centre defensive mid. Claude Makalele there. Herrerasaurus, not a pun exactly, but it was a dinosaur. Was it? Interesting. I believe you. Couple more then as we go along. Mark Stegosaurus. That's good. That's very good, actually. Because a Stegosaurus is a full-on dinosaur. Right, next story then. Let's move on. Let's move on to Marcus Rashford, who has been declared as an injured. He's become an injured in recent days. Marcus Rashford, a doubt for England squad with an ankle problem. Now, this problem has seemingly plagued him since early on in Project Restart. People have noted a lack of form from Marcus Rashford, despite him still getting plenty of assists, plenty of goals, being involved in a lot of the good moments that United have had this sort of post-lockdown period. One sec. Lovely. But he has been playing with an ankle problem. Now, I'm not entirely sure whether this is the same ankle problem that he had, that he sort of suffered in the Liverpool game last season, or whether this is a new problem, or whether this is something separate entirely. But it would go some way to showing why Marcus Rashford's form wasn't quite as good as it was. He didn't seem quite to have that touch, that confidence. To me, the biggest thing, when he was attacking defenders and fullbacks before lockdown, he looked like he was completely certain on what he was going to do. Whether it was cut inside, cut across, go on behind, pull the ball back, he looked like he knew what he was doing. He had the confidence, that sort of the trickery of his feet to know which way he was going and execute his plans every time. Now this time, post-lockdown, when he attacks a fullback, when he attacks a centre-back, he seems to have some doubt in him. And whether that's because he doesn't trust his body to be able to do what he wants it to, he's feeling a sort of pain and therefore a bit of reservedness in his attacks, that could go some way to explain that, as I said. But it does seem as though Marcus Rashford is injured, and it looks like he won't be playing for England, which, again, probably a good thing. Let's get a rest, shall we? Playing internationals at, 10 o'clock at night. Unbelievable. In terms of the season, this is very much a late night fixture. The last season's only just finished. This season hasn't even started. Give us a break, will yous? Tyrannosaurus Minx. There's a lot of Tyrannosaurus work going on. I mean, it's the most famous dinosaur. What did I expect? Very good. Right, that one, you're pushing it. You're pushing it. Chilo, Relo, you're really pushing it, but you're in. I'll put that one down, and we'll move on to our final story. I like it, actually. I'm going to read that one out at the end. If I can read it, because we've had problems with my spelling before. Let's be honest. Before we get into our final story, this is the first ever public service announcement from me here at Stretford Paddock on Late Night Live. And this, can we all decide that this is no longer funny? This, me, every time anything happens, why people making the joke, why didn't Souness saying, why didn't Pogba stop it? Why didn't Pogba stop the asteroid that killed the dinosaurs? Where was Pogba during the Maguire fight? Why didn't Pogba stop Rashford's injury? Why didn't Pogba sign Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen? The replies to every single tweet with this going, why didn't Pogba do it? I get it. Graham Souness is anywhere from disgruntled to racist, allegedly, towards Paul Pogba. But the joke has passed, guys. The joke has passed. Yes, you'll see it in the comments. It will have plenty of likes, but we're better than that. You are better than that. We don't need the sourness pun. Joke. I don't mind the sourness pun, actually. But we don't need this as a reply. And also, here's the other thing. It's multiple replies. If you go on a tweet and you see Graham Souness joke, the Graham Souness joke, the predictable, hilarious Graham Souness joke, and then you still post it on the same tweet, well, you just made yourself look a fool, haven't you? Someone says beating a dead horse joke is the best kind of joke. Ryan, I agree with you, but it's not. Beating a dead horse is putting it once on every tweet. So every time you scroll down, you see the Souness joke once. Putting the joke multiple times on the same tweet isn't beating a dead horse. It is hitting a dead horse with a bazooka, and then all the fleshy remnants fly through the sky and land on my crumpet when I'm trying to watch cartoons at 10 a.m. in the morning. And no one wants burnt and raw dead horse on a crumpet when you're watching cartoons in the morning. I've had it with that Souness joke. Maybe it's a personal thing. Keep using it. Who am I to say anything anyway? Keep using the joke. Actually, it's just got funny again. I apologise, everyone. Final story then. Look at that. Is that a knob? It probably is, isn't it? Let's get into this story. Let's get into our final story today. Mum horrified after noticing inflatable toy dinosaur appears, and I'm going to say this because we can all see it, it appears to have genitals. The woman who was setting up decorations for her son's birthday party couldn't help but laugh when she noticed the odd placement of the blow-up nozzle, which I've been using as a euphemism for penis for a very long time anyway. The blow-up nozzle on the dinosaur inflatable she bought from Kmart, which for those of you who don't know, sort of the American equivalent of Asda, or Tesco, or Bolton Foods. And Mum was left stunned after she discovered an X-rated detail on a party decoration she'd purchased for her son's birthday. The woman bought a pack of balloons for £3.15 for her son, who was turning 4. Included in the set were 6 latex balloons in black, red and orange, as well as a large inflatable dinosaur. But when it came to inflating the dinosaur, she noticed something a little Rex-rated, I put that pun in there, that she couldn't unsee. The blow-up tube had been placed between the dinosaur's legs, which the mum thought, blaming her, looked pretty questionable to say the least. Now we can see that there. And you do not bring a dinosaur's genitals to a children's party. I've learnt that the hard way, and I'm sure so many of you have at home as well. It's just not the done thing. Apologise for my burp there. Loch Souness Monster. That's not bad. That isn't bad. Let's come to your puns then, because we just need to finalise this team. I need a centre mid. Oh, I've got one. I need a centre back and a right back, and I need a manager for this team. Centre back, right back, manager. Someone saying John Pterodactyl. It's very good, but I've got enough centre backs. What else have we got here? John Tetrazard. That's a struggle, isn't it? What we got here? Adana Tortoise. No, not having that one. Aaron Wan Pangaea. It's not great, but it's going in. Pangaea, of course, for those of you who don't know, was the amalgamated continent from which our current continent split off, anywhere between 75 and 100 million years ago. I've just guessed the time frame there. But you can do that when it's your show. This is ace, I love this. Juan Sebastian Velociraptor, we've got that one. Dino Mo Moscow, there is the team. We just need a centre-back. What have we got? Someone saying here, David Beekham, he can play midfield. Life finds a wayer, not strictly a dinosaur pun. Oh, Eric Cantona with the best pun of the night. For my money. Let me write that one in. And we just need a manager. That's all we need. One manager. Giovanni Van Bronchosaurus. Someone says super consonant. Yeah, sure. Pangea we're talking about there. Okay, there we go. And we've got our manager. So, thank you very much for joining me. Before we go, let me read out our Dinosaur 11. This is what we've all been waiting for. This is what we've all been working towards. Here we go. Hit the music. This is the team. We have got Dino Mo Moscow, manager Sir Alex Fergusaurus Rex, goalkeeper Mark Ter Stegosaurus, right back Aaron Wan Pangaea, Timothy Fossil Mensah at centre back. I salute you, whoever came up with that one. Tyrannosaurus Mings, Mikel Silvestrex. We've got Claude, as in Claude Makalele. We've got Juan Sebastian Velociraptor. Fantastic, because it makes me sound like I've got a speech impediment. We've got Rory Delap at right wing. We've got Dino Saar. We've got on the left wing Lionel Mesozoic, and up front it's Asteroid Dini. Thank you very much for joining me at home. Thank you very much for your contributions to the Pun Dinosaur Starting 11. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. United aren't signing anyone, but we've got each other. And that's all that matters, isn't it? Hope you drink all responsibly. Excuse me. Have a great weekend. We'll see you next time. Good night.